Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Leslie Weidenbender. I'm here at the Indiana State House with Attorney General Greg Zoeller.
That's good to be with you,
Hi,
Leslie.
good to see you. So one of the things that you've been pushing the most this session is a school resource officer bill.
You know, that's something we've been working on for almost a year, and we had it all set up with an assessment of law enforcement in schools particularly. But when we found that there were these needs in our needs assessment, right after that, the shooting in Connecticut happened. So there's been a lot of focus on a bill that we had already prepared in advance. So it's something that I'm focused on primarily because the relationship between students, kind of the youth in our schools, and law enforcement. That was the focus of mine, not so much just a gun at the door.
One of the things it does is provide some grants, I think. So it seems like to me that's pretty important for helping schools actually put these officers in place.
Absolutely. There's a $50,000 matching grant that the schools and law enforcement, the local level, can apply for. And the idea is to encourage the growth of this throughout our state. There's a number of places that have done it, and everybody says it's great, but you need to really help schools recognize the benefits there.
So I've noticed that your office has been cracking down on pain clinics, places where prescription drugs are handed out, frankly, a little bit like candy. Tell us what you've been going after.
Well, we recognized it's now an epidemic in the United States, according to the CDC in Atlanta. And some of it are the problems not only with just overprescribing, but the reasons that people have it in their medicine cabinet. So there's just an oversupply, and they're falling into the wrong hands. The number of overdoses by teenagers that take prescription drugs and then mix it with alcohol. So the problem is really at an epidemic. That's why we created a task force of a lot of our clients to come together and address it as the judges, the prosecutors, law enforcement, the medical profession. So we're going to have to take some real hard steps to address this, and we're, I think, making some progress.
I know the legislature is looking at some changes. Do you think there need to be some changes in state law?
Absolutely. Two of our legislators are actually pharmacists, so they know full well the overprescribing practices, and I think they have a little more credibility talking to their peers in the medical community. Between them and the Department of Health, I think we've gotten people's attention, but it's really a scary situation that we need to do more about.
The legislature is also considering a bill to try to protect seniors from exploitation. I know it would give your office some more responsibilities. Why do you like that bill?
Well, in the Office of the Attorney General, we always try to prioritize to focus on the people who are most vulnerable in our society. So whether it's children, recent immigrants, but seniors is a population that a lot of them have money, a lifetime of work. So the nest egg that's there, plus their advanced age, a lot of seniors aren't as attentive to some of the problems that are in the internet, the solicitation, even sometimes family take advantage. So there's a greater need to protect seniors because they're more vulnerable.
Do you feel like that legislation has a pretty good chance of becoming law?
I do. There's a number of states that have passed it, so we can show our own legislatures that these things really have an impact. And there's a larger growing population of seniors that we need to get out ahead of it before the problem becomes worse.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's always a pleasure.
This is Comcast Newsmakers, and I'm Leslie Weidenbender.